Welcome back to the Coding Umbrella, and I'm here with a new tutorial. Today we are going to learn about ChatGPT and how it can help you. You can use ChatGPT to find answers to questions, reply to emails, even topics like how to find beginner exercises, and even create a daily skin routine. So no matter what you need, ChatGPT can help you. But it is important to know how to use it properly to get the best answers. I have seen that the people have started using ChatGPT or the other AI tools to use in their daily lives, but they are not getting the proper response because they don't know how to use the ChatGPT or how to talk to the AI. So over here, we will see how to write those prompts properly and effectively so you will get a proper answers. And also we will see some features of ChatGPT which you might not be using. Okay. There are so many features of ChatGPT that if you will use, you don't have to write the same instructions to the ChatGPT again and again. So let us start today's topic. So ChatGPT is basically a smart tool created by OpenAI. It's like having a conversation with a computer that can understand and respond in human-like language. So means when you will be talking to ChatGPT, you will feel like you're talking to a real person. So whether you are curious about AI or need help with the task, ChatGPT will help you. So let us see how to log in ChatGPT. Go to the address bar and write chatgpt.com. Okay, this link will open. Over here, you can start using the ChatGPT even without logging as well. But if you will use ChatGPT without logging, it will not be able to remember the history. And also, there are so many features which are available in ChatGPT which you will not be able to use it. Okay, so better you sign up and then log into the ChatGPT. ChatGPT 3.5 is a free version and the core version is paid version. If you want, you can buy as well. But for your daily tasks, I think so ChatGPT 3.5, the free version would be sufficient. Now write down your email address, click on continue, or you can write continue with Google if your Google account is already open in that particular browser or logging in that browser. Then use the password. Click on continue. Click yes. For this email ID, it is asking me the password. Click on next. Now it is sending me the verification email. So I will go to my email account, click on verify email address. It is asking me full name. I can give full name. Date of birth. Let me give randomly any date of birth. So now you can see this is the ChatGPT interface. The ChatGPT looks like, okay, you have a customized ChatGPT. This is old screenshot. Now we have it on the right hand side, but the feature is same. Customized ChatGPT means you are changing the ChatGPT as per your usage. Means suppose if I am a teacher who create the quizzes daily, okay, who is writing the lesson plans, who is writing the emails to the principal and to the parents, and I live in India, in place like Gujarat, I will write down all that information. So whenever it is giving me any results, it will be able to know what is my daily life looks like, when do I stay, in which state, which country, which kind of language I use, everything I can write it over here. So it will simplify your task, okay? So even if I may ask them what is give me some popular dish, okay? I have not mentioned I want in India, which are the popular dish. It will give me the relevant information because now I have already told ChatGPT that I'm living in India. So, so a lot of things are getting reduced or you don't have to write the same things again and again because of this customized ChatGPT option. Second is a new chat. whenever you want to talk to the chat GPT, and if suppose there is some new topic that you want to start with, we can use this in chat. Then we have chat agents. Chat agents are very useful. Suppose there is one task which I do every day, like whichever emails I write down, I want it to be professionally told in the simple English. Don't use a high-fi English words and fancy English words. And maybe I want it to be very precise and concise. So I can already create a chat GPT agent over here. And whenever I will write something in that agent, it will always do the same task. Miss, can you see this request? So this, whenever I will open this chat, whatever I will type, it will rephrase in simple English. Second, can you see the curriculum collaboration? Means whenever I'm going to write anything over here, it will create a curriculum for that particular thing. Okay. So like this way, we can reuse this particular agents. I'll explain you how these agents are used. This is where we write down the chat GPT, the instructions, and we can also share whatever we have done so far. So many a times for the professionals, they find out some information, and this information they want to share it with somebody else. So we have a share tab as well. Come over here. Let me customize my chat GPT. You can come here and write customize chat GPT. Okay. And you can tell, see, where are you based? What do you do for work? What are your hobbies and interests? Subjects you like about, okay, more. What are your goals? So you can write down over here. So now you can see I've written, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better response? So I've written that I live in Mumbai, I live in India, I create a YouTube channel for the age group, and whatever is my motive, I write down over here. So I don't have to write down same thing again and again. Now ChatGPT will know what is my background, what I do in my daily life. Okay. Now, how would you like it to respond? So whenever I write any query, I want the ChatGPT to respond in very simple English, using a very simple and straightforward English, and also to provide the examples related to any topic. Okay. Suppose I want to know about AI, and if I write AI, it should not give with the technical definition of the AI, but explain me with a very simple example, simple English and straightforward language. Okay. So this is what I'm written over here, and I will click on save. So with the help of this, you are setting the background, you are letting the other ChatGPT or AI tools know that what you do in your daily life. So now whenever we will create a response, it will keep that particular thing in mind. Okay. Now we also have another feature with ChatGPT. Let me show you. In the settings, you will find out the memory. Okay. It can remember things as well. Okay. When you will write remember, it will remember those things. Now you can see it has remembered this particular thing. Suppose I want him to remember something else. I will write remember. Whenever you will provide any response, make sure the response will always be in English, which a fourth grade student can understand. Okay. So got it. I will make sure to use simple English that it's easy for a fourth grader to understand. How can I help you today? Okay. So this is what you have done so far. Suppose now let us start with the prompting. If I want him to do certain kind of task, I have to give him the prompt. So let me write certain prompt over here. Now let us see how to use ChatGPT. If you want to use ChatGPT, it is important to know how to talk to it. Okay. So the base prompt is basically you're telling the AI exactly what you want it to do. It's like giving the instructions to your AI. Okay. Writing explain how to write email. Okay. So this first prompt that I've written, it is called as a base prompt. Okay. This is called as prompt or a base prompt. So now it is giving me the detailed instructions how to I write down the email. Okay. Now suppose whatever email it has written, I'm not able to understand. And if I want it to be simplified further, the other prompt that you give the scholars as a follow-up prompt. Okay. In the simple English, we can say prompt, 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 or the first prompt is called as a base prompt, and after that, whatever prompts that we write is called as follow-up prompt. Okay, so it is written. Now I can say, can you please explain with the help of an email which is for teachers who are on leave and need to complete the task before end of day. Means the teachers who are on leave have to complete the certain task before today's day end. Okay. So I am telling you to write down this email. So see, it has written the email for me. And the subject line, greeting, message, everything it has written. And it is saying this email is polite, clear, and to the point. So, okay. So it has given me the example. Suppose I want to make changes over here also. I wanted to remind you that the lesson plan for the next week needs to be finished before the end of the day today. Can you please complete it when you get a chance? Suppose the task is not about the lesson plan. You know. I'm writing, there are so many spelling mistakes like completing lesson plan, but still the chat GPT will be able to understand what you want and it will give you the precise answer. See, it has changed now. So this is what is the advantages of using chat GPT. Even if you write a spelling mistake, it will be able to understand. Of course, but the instructions still has to be clear. See, the instructions were very clear. There were spelling mistakes in the lesson and completing that is fine. But if the instructions are not clear, even if there are no spelling mistakes, it will not be able to understand. Okay, so that you have to make sure you are writing a proper instructions. GPT to write anything. Okay, so suppose you want a chat GPT to write a poem about the rainy season, you can write down the prompt. Write a poem about the rainy season. So it will write down the poem for you. Okay. But the output can be very long as well. Let us try it out. Write a poem on rainy season. See, now what I'm doing, I'm using the same chat window, okay, which I have used for the email, again for the poem. This is not how we should go about it. So we can use this whenever there is a new topic, okay, open a new chat. Don't use the same chat because, sometimes it happens, we don't get a proper output, okay. Whenever you are not getting a proper response from chat GPT or when the topic has changed, kindly go to the new chat window, okay. Now I will write a poem on rainy season. So now you can see it is writing the poem on the rainy season. It is very big poem. Okay. Now suppose I want it to be concise and I'm writing, make the poem 10 lines long. Okay. So now what prompt I'm writing, whatever poem that you have given is too long. Okay. And the English that is used or the words that it has used, it is not something that 8 to 14 years students can relate. Okay. So I am given another prompt. Make a poem 8 lines long, okay? Add rhymes and make it easy for the kid of this particular age to understand in India. Okay, now I click enter. It will modify the output. See. So now what is happening? Whatever output that I have got earlier, it was not very precise. It was not for my students' age group and it was very long. Okay. So whenever the output is not something that you were expecting, you can write down the follow-up prompt. And even when you write the first prompt, in that also you can mention everything in detail. What do you want? If I would have written this properly in the first prompt itself, I would have gotten the proper output. So that is why it is very important. What do you want? You have to write in detail and in a specific manner to the ChatGPT. So it will give you a proper output as well. Okay. Now, can you see the two chat agents have been created on the left hand side? So now I can rename this. This is for what? Email. So whenever I want to write an email or anything, I will just use this particular tab. I will give the topic on school picnic. See, I'm just writing topic is what on school picnic. What it will do? It will automatically create an email for me on the topic school picnic for the parents. Okay. I don't have to explain him anything. If I would have opened a new chat window, what would have happened? I would have written in detail that I want to write the emails to this particular parent, use this kind of language, be simple and straightforward. But since I have the agent with me, I can use that particular agent whenever I want to write email. I just have to write down the topic and rest of the things it will remember. Suppose next time if I want to write a poem, I will just come over here and I'll write the topic festival. Because whatever you have written earlier, now it can remember that particular thing in that particular agent only. Okay. So that is why these agents are very important and you should save them. So next time if I have to write email, I will directly click on this tab and write down the email. If I want to create a poem, I will use this particular thing. So depending upon your daily task, like if you create a lesson plan, create a tab for the lesson plan, it will remember everything whichever you have said earlier. Okay. Suppose you want to write email daily, just do it like this pen. Suppose every day you want to find about learning a new coding language like C, C++, Java or whichever language. You can have one chat window. Can you help me with Python? I have just started learning Python. Okay, this is how I'm writing. So now you can see that one window would be created for the Python. So next time if I have any difficulties related to Python, I will just directly open this chat. Why? See, suppose I want to study about the keywords or suppose I want to study about the data types. Okay. So data types in different language is different. Okay. So next time if I will write data type and if I use this chat window, it knows that I want the data type in Python language. But if I use some new chat window, then maybe it will give me the conflicting ideas. It can give me the data type in JavaScript, C++, or whatever language you have used. Okay, over here, it will start giving in any one language. Okay, so that is why the agents are very helpful in your chat GPT. So suppose I want to explain water cycle to my students. Okay, I can write explain water cycle. ChatGPT will explain me the water cycle. Suppose I want to study one particular part in the water cycle, I can write, could you explain more about how evaporation works in the water cycle? Suppose whatever it has explained, I want to convert in the form of a story. I can say turn this into the story format. So can you see if you are a teacher and you are explaining some concept to the students and the students are not able to understand that concept, we can teach it with the help of the story as well. And the ChatGPT will do it for you. Now convert the story into an easy language. So you can see for one prompt, I can have a series of follow-up prompts. Depending upon your need, you will keep on writing it. Now, how do we write prompt is very important. Can you see over here? I'm writing, tell me how to cook. This prompt, is it a good or a bad prompt? It is a bad prompt. Why? Because open a new chat window, telling me how to cook. Now, it is telling me in general, okay, suppose you want to cook pasta, stir rice or scrambled eggs. How do we cook it? That is giving me the information. But this information may not be relevant to me. I don't want to cook eggs. I wanted to cook biryani. Okay. So I have to be very specific and give the details properly to the ChatGPT so that it will give me the proper output. This over here, I had not given a proper instructions. The output that I've got from ChatGPT may not be relevant. Now, can you see this is called as a good prompt? Could you share an easy to follow recipe? I'm telling I want the recipe and it should be easily, I can do that particular thing. Recipes for pav bhaji, including the instructions for cooking the pav bhaji and preparing butter pav. It should be suitable for serving 4 people. So can you see in the instructions, I am given the detailed information. Okay. So ChatGPT knows what it is supposed to cook, for who it is supposed to cook, for how many people, everything. Okay. Now, if I will write this particular prompt in ChatGPT, I will get a proper answer. So that is why when the people they start using ChatGPT, they don't get a proper answers and they see the ChatGPT is not a useful tool. It is a useful tool provided you know how to talk to it. Okay. If the instructions are clear, you are providing the history as well, what is the expected output and everything, it will be able to give you a proper output. And make sure to the chat GPT. Suppose I want to page a point algebra topic to my learners and I'm using chat GPT for that particular topic. So how I would have written a prompt. You are a high school math teacher. So I'm setting the persona with the rule how the chat GPT should act like. So I'm telling you should act like a math teacher. Currently teaching algebra to your students. So I'm giving the context. Okay. This is the background. So you act as a math teacher and I was teaching algebra to my students. Create a fun activity using the blocks or ties to teach students how to combine similar terms. So what is the task? I want to explain the students how to combine the similar term as a task. Example, how do I want using the block or ties? Okay. Format means how do I want in the structure, how it should be structured in the paragraph, in the bullet format, how. Explain step by step what to do and what materials to use. Additionally, suggest more activities students can do to enhance their learning. Your goal is to ensure students understand by actively engage in this activity. So, okay. Suppose if you are writing the email, it has to be professional tone, light tone, polite tone. Over here, I want the students to be very active. That is the goal. Okay. So if you are setting all these things, you are writing all these things in your prompt, that will make it as a good prompt. Okay. Suppose if I want to write the email to my principal, so first I will provide a background. Background means suppose it is a response to an email. The principal has asked me certain things to submit and I want to reply to that particular email. So what I will do, I will paste that this is the email which I have received from the principal. And now I have to reply to the principal in the professional tone. Okay, and you act as one of the teachers. And everything I will set, like persona I have said that you have to act like a teacher. Context I have provided, I have received this particular email from my principal. Task is to write the email. If you have some example emails, you can paste that as well. Format is what it has to be in the professional tone and very concise. Okay, so tone and format. See, if you specify each and everything in detail, the ChatGPT will give the output in a proper way. Okay. Now over here, you'll see some of the prompts that you can use for writing the emails to get the answers, for idea generation, language practice, and everything. Okay. So we can use ChatGPT in our daily life. Let us see some of the prompts that you can use. View window. So write an email. So writing the email sometimes can be very hectic. Okay. So if you want the ChatGPT to provide you the prompt, you can give the scenario. Means you need to write an email to the parent asking for permission to take their kids on a school picnic. I've given the scenario, and then based on this scenario, now I want it to do what? Create. Can you help me create a permission email to parents for a school picnic? So I've written this particular prompt. Now can you see? It has provided me the email format. So this is the email. This email I will send to the parents. When the picnic will be there, what location, time, activities they will do, and what they are supposed to bring. Now suppose that is another task. Okay, you are you are solving a math problem and you are not able to do it. Then what you can say, what is a quick way to solve the math problem? I will face that particular problem over here. Now see, it is giving me step by step how I can solve these things. Is there any other way to do this? I'm telling him this is the way you have done. Is there any another way you can do it? See, yes, another method to use is the area model. This is how it can be done. So you can, whatever output is giving, if you are not happy with that response, you can always give the follow-up prompt. Suppose you are planning a birthday party and need some ideas. Okay, we can use it for idea generation also. So can you suggest some fun birthday party themes for a 10-year-old kid? So it is very detailed instructions you see. So it is saying if I can play all these things and I will get the output proper. Suppose you have started learning a new language, okay, and you want to practice with ChatGPT. You can say, can you help me practice English by having a simple conversation? I will go first. I enjoy reading books and learning new things. What love reading books. So I'm writing this. Reading such can be wonderful. Do you have a favorite genre or a book that you have particularly enjoyed recently? No. So can you see now the type of conversation that is happening with ChatGPT is like a real life person. Somebody is talking and giving the answers. It is talking, it is giving you the answers. So I just tell you that I want to practice with you in English. Let's have a simple conversation. And it is see, after everything, it is giving me the next question. Sentence is fun to explore different ways. Are there any types of books or topics you're curious about? Yes, I like uh, sci-fi books. Okay. So can you see it is automatically giving me the next text prompt because I had given a proper prompt. So if you give a proper prompt to your ChatGPT, of course it can give you a good response. See, I can learn English of any language or any topic that you want. You can do it with that ChatGPT very easily. Okay. Now, suppose what I want is to provide me the feedback for that. Now I'm saying, can you provide feedback on my speaking style? So how I'm speaking, you just provide me a feedback. I would be happy to help if you share a short of recording or provide some text that responds in speaking time, but clarity, tone, and flow. So I can say, used the earlier chat, we earlier chat and have liked. So see, I'm telling him whatever I have typed earlier, please use that particular chat and give me the feedback. So now it is saying clarity. The messages are clear and up to the point, engagement, conciseness, grammar and structure. Now it has given me the feedback. Can you tell me the points when I need to include? Now it will tell me the points also that I'm supposed to include. So it is telling it is will be nice if you provide more, detail to your explanations. When discussing our favorite hobbies or books, sharing why you like them or specific aspects you enjoy can enrich the dialogue. So can you see? This is how it is giving me the output. So can you respond in few lines? Please see, it is giving me such a big bullet points and everything. And it is for me, somebody who's not very, keen to read. We find it very difficult. So what I said, whatever response that you are giving up, please keep it to the few lines. So now can you see? It is saying adding more detail to your response. A sentence has to be rhyme more impressive with your language. Can detail to your response. A sentence has to be rhyme more impressive with your language. Can you help me out to improve? Can you tell me how to improve? Now it is saying that it is this. Now can you help me to improve? Can me or means like this way you keep on having the conversation with ChatGPT. Just provide a proper prompt, it will respond in a proper manner. Okay. Now suppose you want suppose we have written a resume, you can use it to format your resume also. You can paste the entire resume in the chat GPT and then ask if there is any error or there is any improvement. But or tell me how to write down the background section or experience sections more properly. It will do everything for you, from resume writing to the understanding the career to and learning a particular topic to your daily life. What is the skincare routine to cooking? Anything ChatGPT can do, provided you write a proper prompt to it. Okay. So suppose you are a final year student and you want to create a project. So you can do that also. Can you help me come up with the ideas for my project? Like this way, you can give everything and it will provide you the details. Okay. And not only that, it can help you to create the quizzes as well. Suppose you want to create a quiz on a chapter, just copy paste the entire chapter and tell him, can you create a quiz on this particular topic using the Blue's taxonomy? And it will automatically create the quizzes as well. Okay. And whatever you want, you can use ChatGPT for anything. So that is why I'm saying ChatGPT is a useful tool, but you should know how to use it properly. You should be using the chat windows, and also remember. So while using the ChatGPT, it is very important to understand that whatever response that you get from the ChatGPT or any AI tools may not always be correct. Okay, it can give you the answers which may be incorrect as well, because it is still in the learning phase, and it gives a many a time a wrong answers. Okay, like when you create a quiz, when you will give a chapter and ask him to create a quiz, it will create a quiz, it will create the four options as well, and it will say the option 1 is correct. But when you will see in detail, all the options A, B, C were correct, and only D was incorrect, or there are two correct options and two incorrect options. But still, the ChatGPT will say one answer is correct. But after that, if you will say, but I think so, the option B is also correct. It will say, yes, it is my mere mistake. I should have, yeah, I may have ignored this particular thing. Yes, let me reframe it, okay, or change the question. This is how it responds, okay. So whatever you get it from any AI tools, please don't accept it blindly. Read that particular information, understand that whether it is correct or not. If you still have a doubt whether the information that is given is correct or not, use the other AI tools also to cross-verify the information. And even if you know it creates an email in the professional tone and a polite tone on anything that it does, it is very important to read what it is giving you the output. Don't just blindly whatever the chat GPT is giving the response, use it at anywhere else. Okay. Do check whether it is correct in the proper tone and everything. Okay, so this was basic something that you should know. Of course, you can delete the agents as well. Suppose I don't want it, I can delete it. Okay, and the agents are very useful tools and everything. Now, this Chat GPT is what, see, whenever you want to create a content or anything, Chat GPT is very useful too. But there are other tools as well. It is one of the AI tools, but there are so many other tools as well for different tasks that you can use it. Gemini is the other tools. So there are many other tools like Bing. It is very nice tool when you will go to the Copilot mode. Now the main advantage of Bing over ChatGPT is that suppose I asked him any topic, what is AI? So it will give me the explanation of that particular topic, and it will provide me the references as well. Okay, so suppose I want a case study or the real world examples of some particular scenario. So whatever examples that it has provided, I want to make sure whether the examples are correct or not. I have the references as well. Also, if I have studied about AI with the help of these things, but I want to explore it in detail, I know which websites I can refer to. Okay, so because of these references that it provide, it is much. I think so. It is very really helpful to use the Bing. Okay, and now the same thing. If I will write to ChatGPT, what is AI? It will just provide me the information. It is not giving me the links on that particular documents. Okay, and also there is a audio feature. It will read out whatever it has written. If you want it to read it out, you just make it read loud. It will read it. You can copy this particular thing and paste it in one document. Suppose the answer that it has generated, you are not happy with that answer. If I can then regenerate, so now it will try to give the same response in another language or in another way. And see, if you still think the response is very bad, you can say bad response. So now it will, if you will give all this response, it will save it in your memory, and next time it will give you better response. Now in Bing, there is one more feature. Suppose voice. So suppose you are you want to ask Bing something, okay, but you don't want to type. You can use a voice chat, and you can say, "Can you tell me what is AI?" And then click on submit. Now it will give me the explanation. So it is having the, it will give you the explanation. We have a voice. We can also upload the image and ask him what is there in that particular image as well. Like, let me upload one image. Explain this image. And I'm clicking on submit. Okay. So I'm written a particular code in Django and I'm asking him to explain. Now let us see what output it will give. So can you see? It is explaining me what I've written in this particular code and in step-by-step manner. Okay. So everything it is explaining in detail, and it also providing me the digital website from where I can study further. Okay. So that is why I see, depending upon what you want, okay, what content you want or what you want to do, you can use different AI tools. Don't stick to the one AI tool only, because once you know how to write the prompt, you can use any other AI tools. Okay. So we have image feature, voice command, and the buttons, and you can see it is giving me what is Django. If I want to understand, I can just click out. This notebook is different in the way, means in this notebook we can provide more text. In Copilot, the number of text that we can give is limited, but whereas in the notebook we can give more text. Like suppose we want to paste the entire chapter, you can paste the entire chapter over here. Okay. It also create the images for you. Now, can you create an image of girl with yellow um, umbrella? Okay, that is fine. The yellow one a mistake, it will be able to understand, but if the instructions are not proper, it won't be able to do it. Okay, see, since I have not signed it, I cannot see that image, but if you will sign it will generate at least 4 images for that particular thing. So writing something, I want to rephrase, means whatever I have written, I want it to rephrase it in professional and polite tone. I want leave tomorrow. Okay. See, it happens a lot of time that we are not good in a particular language and we have to communicate daily in that language. So you want to make sure whatever you are writing is proper, okay? So you can write it like this way. I want a leave tomorrow. This is how I would have written, but I'm asking ChatGPT to convert in the professional and polite tone. I would like to request a leave for tomorrow. See how properly it has written. Yeah. So this is how you can use ChatGPT in your daily life. It is very important the ChatGPT to create the PPT content as well, so that I can see the people are struggling to create the presentations. Like, suppose I want to create a presentations on AI, I can write, can you help me create a presentation content on AI slides? I will not stop over here. The prompt has to be clear. With maximum 5 slides. I can have 5 slides, and it is for teachers who are teaching the 5th to 10th grade students. Okay. So can you see the prompt is very precise and I'm giving the entire detailed information. So it is asking the first slide should be the introduction to the AI. How does the AI work? Types of AI should cover AI in classroom, the future of AI in education. So you can see it can create the content for the presentation slides as well. Okay. And suppose whatever content it has created, you want the detailed information, you can write down. Can you write this in details? How to take in classroom. So means it has given me the content of the PPT, but I don't know how to take it in the classroom. So can you say it has given me the entire explanation? This should be the explanation I can give. This examples, everything. Okay. So this is how we can use it to create the PPTs for your daily life. Suppose I want to do it in the proper way. Can we convert this entire presentation in story format? Means taking the presentation in the normal way can be very boring. And suppose you want to take the entire presentation in the story format, this is how you can take it. Okay. So you can use it for the creative ideas as well. Okay. Now let us see one more difference between ChatGPT and Bing. Suppose I write, what is today's news in India? So it is telling me I cannot provide the real-time update on news. Basically, with ChatGPT 4, you will get the news because that feature is available in the paid version, but in the free version, this feature is not available. So if you want any real-time data, you will have to go to the Bing to understand that or to get that data. Okay. And also it will provide the links, okay, from where it is giving you that particular resources. Okay. So that is the difference between ChatGPT and Bing. But also remember whatever chat that you have, that whatever prompts that you have used and whatever resources that you have got, if you want to share it with anyone, you can download. Okay, it will be exported as PDF, Word, or text, however you want to export. In the ChatGPT, you can share this link. Okay, and this link, once you share, the other person can go through this particular chat and can understand. It is especially useful where you have got some responses and you want to share with everyone within the team. Okay, and also remember, whatever data that you get from the AI tools, make sure you cross-check that information, because sometimes it happens. Okay, the information that you are getting is not reliable, it is incorrect. Okay, so before you get any information, just check that information, read it properly, and then only use it. And also remember, don't let this AI tools kill your creativity, because as a human we are very creative. Don't rely on the AI tools completely to create a new idea. If you have an idea, just give it to the AI tools and let it, make it even more creative. But don't let this AI tools kill your creativity. I hope this tutorial was very helpful for you guys. If in your professions there is something that you do daily and you need a prompt for that thing, you can write down in the comment and I will provide you the prompts as well. I hope you have liked this tutorial, and if you have liked this tutorial, kindly like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye. I will be coming with the next video very soon.